Kuala Lumpur didn't exist 170 years ago. Today, millions of people live here. When I arrived here, I didn't know what to expect. It was my first trip to Asia, so to experience it as fully as possible, I chose long walks and public transportation.
I arrived in Kuala Lumpur late in the afternoon, so my first walk was already after dark. The hotel was located near the Petronas Twin Towers, and what I saw completely left me speechless. This is what you call a good start to a trip. The next day, I went to one of the must-see places on the list, Batu Caves. From the city center, you can get there by KTM commuter train in about 30 minutes. You get off practically at the entrance to Batu Caves. On the recommendation of locals, I went to see Ramayana Cave first, which turned out to be a very questionable decision. Why? You will find out soon. But first, come with me and see this incredible cave. At the entrance, there is a 15 meters tall statue of Hanuman, symbolizing strength, loyalty, and courage. The cave requires an entrance fee of about 5 ringgit, but it's absolutely worth seeing. Inside, there are many colorful statues that tell the story of Rama, his wife Sita, and the battle with the demon Ravana, who kidnapped her. With the help of the god Hanuman and his army of monkeys, Rama rescues his wife. This epic is over 2000 years old and symbolizes the victory of good over evil. Inside the cave, there are narrow passages, so you need to watch your head. At the same time, there are atmospheric, illuminated beds, endless stairs, stalactites, and even a small waterfall. The best 5 ringgit I have ever spent.
It's time for today's main destination of my journey, Batu Caves. First, you have to make your way past the thief monkeys lurking at every step. Right in front of my eyes, one of them stole a freshly bought drink from a man, opened it, and drank it. Keep your valuables well hidden. When I reached the entrance to Batu Caves, I already knew I had made a huge mistake. While I was exploring Ramayana Cave, the clouds had gathered. Still, I wasn't going to give up. I come here to see one of the most beautiful places in the world. Right next to the stairs stands the tallest statue of the god Murugan in the world, measuring almost 43 meters. It is truly impressive. To reach the cave, you have to climb 272 colorful steps, which is quite a challenge in the high temperature and humidity. People stop constantly to take photos or catch their breath. You also have to watch out for the macaques, which walk right under your feet and look for an easy opportunity to steal something. When I reached the top, I felt relieved. The temperature inside the caves is lower than outside, which allowed me to cool down after the climb. The caves are incredible. Would you believe they are about 400 million years old and older than the Himalayas? It is an amazing natural wonder. The best place to admire it is Cathedral Cave, which rises over 100 meters high. Later the same day, I also visited Aquaria in Kuala Lumpur. Without even knowing, it is one of the most famous aquariums in Southeast Asia. More than 5,000 aquatic animals live here. You can watch sharks and other predators during feeding session, and the most popular attraction is the 90-meter tunnel where sharks and turtles literally swim above your head. This place wasn't on my list at all, but I trust my instincts and always follow them, because this turned out to be a true hidden gem. A new day, a fresh start, and once again it was time to walk countless kilometers through the city. So first stop. This is one of the largest Chinese temples in Southeast Asia, located on Robson Heights Hill. It stands out with hundreds of red lanterns, and during Chinese New Year, crowds gather here. This is Thean Hou Temple. Across its 6 levels, you will find prayer halls, altars, and ladder-filled courtyard, a garden with Chinese zodiac signs, and terraces with panoramic views of the city. It is one of the most photogenic places in Kuala Lumpur. On the way to the next stop, I walked through the Hindu district, which was in the middle of preparation for Deepavali, the most important Hindu festival. The entire area was literally covered in flowers. Along the way, I bought fresh coconut water, and the way it was served was very interesting. I was given a plastic bag and a straw. I like it. The next stop was Sri Mahamariamman Temple, the oldest Hindu temple in Kuala Lumpur, founded in 1873. It is dedicated to the goddess Mariamman, the protector of health, protection, and healing. The temple is covered with 228 colorful figures of gods, demons, and characters from Hinduism. The next stop was supposed to be Menara, Kuala Lumpur, but on the way there, I found something interesting and completely in my style. A jungle in the middle of the city. This is Kuala Lumpur Forest Eco Park, one of the oldest forest reserves in Malaysia, established in 1906. It is a real rainforest surrounded by skyscrapers. What could be better than that? Suspended bridges at a height of 20 to 30 meters, which made me feel like a true explorer. It is one of the few places where you can be in a tropical rainforest in the middle of a modern metropolis. And it's a truly unique way to reach Kuala Lumpur Tower. And then it appears, Menara Kuala Lumpur, a tower standing 421 meters tall. It is one of the tallest telecommunication towers in the world, thanks to its location on Bukit Nanas Hill. Its observation deck is higher than the Petronas Twin Towers. It offers a 360 degrees view over the entire city of Kuala Lumpur. And the best of all, the temperature at this height is actually very pleasant. If I had known, I would have come here much earlier. first day in Kuala Lumpur, I decided to spend it surrounded by greenery. Kuala Lumpur Bird Park is a free-flight park, one of the largest in the world. It's a massive aviary where birds fly freely in zones designated to resemble their natural habitat. Around 3,000 birds and 200 species live here. Every day you can watch feeding sessions and incredible bird shows. Kuala Lumpur Bird Park is located inside the Botanical Gardens, and it was the final stop on my list. Perdana Botanical Garden is the oldest park in the Malaysian capital, even older than most buildings in the city center. Built in 1888, it covers an area of 91.6 hectares. That's roughly the size of 130 football fields. It's a full-day journey, a time to slow down and reconnect it with nature. I saw all of this in 3.5 days, improvising and learning at every step how to navigate Malaysia. I travel solo, I break barriers, and I face my own limitation. If this is your vibe, subscribe to my channel. And for more travel tips and ready-to-use guides, visit my blog.